We are on a 10-day countdown as of today.
Jonathan's a clever boy.
Don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest.
I wasn't stressed before, I'm stressed now.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. I've not recorded anything for quite a few days now because we have been busy. Head hasn't been in the recording mode, but as you can see, we're now in the new workshop. So not completely moved out of Jonathan's, there's still stuff around there, but bobbing about in between the two. The car's down there. We had issues with getting it in the garage because it's a bit low at the minute because we've got the wheels off. I sent them off for powder coating. Guy's done a brilliant job on them, really pleased with them. So the car's just sat down here. We're just gonna pop the wheels back on today because it's too low with these wheels on to get over this. So that's the runner for the door. Now it is getting a new door on it, it's getting a roller shutter door on it, so that won't be there once we've got the new door. Right, so what have we done to the car? I've got the side repeaters on, buzzing with them, and I've been sanding, so I didn't really, I've said I don't want to show you any more sanding because I'm sick to death of sanding, and I'm sure you are too. But I'll show you what we've been up to. Tatty's been busy away, just trying, this bit of the building's like needs some major work, so it was looking hellish, so he's actually got some big polythene sheets that we had laid about in here and covered the walls with them, and it's a hell of a lot better than what it was. He's been cleaning floors and doing all sorts of bits and pieces through here. We've got the tables in. Again, he's been making stuff out of stuff that we've got lying about, you know. So that was a table that I was sanding on yesterday. It collapsed, so now Tatty's fixed it to the wall. He's been making some shelves out of bits of pallet. He's wedged a plank in the window frame there, and now we've got an extra little shelf there, so it'll all do for now. He's also been doing a lot of painting. He's painted the bottom half of most of the walls. He's done some plastering, filling in cracks. I'm not bothered about the cracks, but they bother him, so he's filled them in. And he's even chucked the liquor paint over the window ledges and stuff like that. So we've got this marquee here that again was in the building. I bought it off the woman just so that I had some sort of enclosed paint area. That door hasn't got the same bottom runner, so I was able to get the car in through there. The reason I've started filming again today is because we are on a 10-day countdown as of today for this show. 10 days to go, and I figured I better record this last stint. So anyway, Jonathan had this little compressor, which I borrowed off him to put the primer on, but it just can't keep up with the amount of air that I'm using. So when I painted those, it went on like flipping stone chip, just because there wasn't enough pressure, you know, so it was spitting out. So my pal Muzz has now loaned us this compressor, which I had to go on an absolute mission to acquire last night. What we done was we plumbed that compressor into that tank so that we had like a bigger tank, but it's just not giving us enough. I was spraying for like 10 seconds and the pressure was dropping off, so we've went and acquired this for now anyway. We're working on a bit of a budget here, so I've got the clam to finish rubbing, well, start rubbing, so that's all guide coated, ready to go. Do you want us to film us sanding that, do you? Really? All I'm going to be doing now, maybe do a time lapse, a hyperlapse thing. Oh, I've got these things here, look, these so those are motorbike number plate lights to go on here. Now then, I've got those. Obviously I could like hunt about and find the Ford ones, but I don't necessarily want to do that. So those are the motorbike ones, which are essentially too small, but they look kind of cute. And then I've got these ones, both LEDs. Now these ones are, there's a little rubber pad here that goes on the doofer. So as you can see, that's about the same size. It's actually slightly big that way, and I don't like the way that that's clear and you can see the back of the circuit board and stuff like that, but I'd just paint the back of it. So those are about the right size, but they are, I think they are slightly too big. So they're certainly too big that way. I don't know why it's even got that bit on it, but obviously have grinder can adjust size. So not too sure where we're going to go with those yet, but I think it's going to be these ones. So those have arrived. Some wiring diagrams for the lights, because the lights are wired completely differently to the actual light units. So the wiring on the MR2 is totally different to the lights. Don't know why. It's fine for a normal bulb, but it doesn't work for LEDs. That's where we're at the minute. It's nice to be in the unit. It's nice to be not doing Jonathan's head in and making a mess in his spots. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff, like I say, that we need to get over here yet, but we're still busy setting up, and that's part of the reason that I haven't been filming, because I've been backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards.
Right, so that's the paint on. Didn't go fantastically, had a problem. Quite a big problem as well. When I was last painting, I was using, it was cold, so I was using fast activator. Well, rapid activator actually. Look at that. That's getting in from the mask, that. I have to clean my face with thinners. Yeah, got the first coat on. I'd mixed 2 pots and went to hit it with the second, and it started going off in the gun. So the bonnet's probably the worst. There's a couple of dry spots, but it's just generally quite textured. It'll flatten polish. It's just a bit of graft. The bumper's perfect. Nailed the bumper. I had to actually switch to the primer gun because the paint had gone off in my top coat gun, so all blocked up and that, so I had to mix another pot, switch to the primer gun, and the primer gun fires it on like a cannon, so all things considered, that's spot on. I don't need to mess with it at all. This is okay, but like I say, it just needs a lot of flattening and polishing. You see the texture? I don't know, it's not ideal, but it is what it is. And the rear clam, by this time I was in full panic stage. Got most of it, but the clam's got several bits of dry spray on. Again, I'll be able to polish them up, but again, all things considered, there's a run there as well. But considering that, like, I was putting it on with the primer gun, I'm absolutely amazed at how well it's actually turned out. But it just needs a bit more work than expected to get it to where I wanted to. I might have to do a couple of blow-in repairs in a couple of places, because it's going to take a bit of flattening, and that might cause us to go through. I don't know, but it's like, I don't know. I'd give it a 6 out of 10 maybe, and I can probably get it to a 8 or 9 out of 10. I'll give it an 8 out of 10 if I manage to polish it all right, but just a load more work. But absolutely drenched, my t-shirt's dripping wet. So yeah, the fast activator in this temperature, I never even thought about it, but it went off rapid. So alright though, I can work with it. Gonna have to work with it. I haven't got time to redo it all, so it's just a case of getting the polisher grafting. 9 days and counting. I'll show you what I've been up to. I've been busy, so I've not been busy and slightly stressed. Right, I've been blacking around these edges and the whole inside of the clam. I've now tipped it over onto its front so I can do around here. So that section there that you see is white at the minute, that's going to be black. Right the way around. I was going to do the same, so I've done the rear vents as well. So the edge of those will be black. I was going to do around the light, but I'm not sure about that yet. Like right the way through in the number plate. I've got some carbon vinyl to stick in that area there, but I don't know whether I'm going to do the around there. I think I want to see the lights in it first, to be honest with you. And then through here, and this really annoying bangy, this door just swings about, man, it's torturous. So yeah, I'm just doing the fine line masking tape at the minute. Got those ones to do, and then the same carry on with the bonnet. I'll be doing the around the light buckets as well. So yeah, thought I'd better show you something anyway. Been very distracted. Right, so this is where I've got to today. I've just pulled all the masking off. Let's see what I've done there, like darkened the lip down on the crest. Done the bottom edges as well, and around the wheel arch. Again, just inside on the back. Done these areas around the vent holes there, and these pillars there I've blacked as well, so that when the mesh goes in, it'll look like one big black vent. And then in here, there's a couple of little bits to tidy up. You blew through the tape a little bit there. Blacked the buckets on the lights, and that section blacked out. Just gives the overall impression of it being considerably bigger than it is, and it obviously is bigger than it was. So same again on the arches. Bottom edges right the way around. Need a bit of a polish, and all that's to do anyway, so. But really pleased with the way they look. Progress. So I think we've knocked about 5 things off the list today, maybe a little bit more. So really happy with that. It's getting shorter. So just getting ready to pack up. Let's go see what Totty's doing. He's painting. Just sticking some paint on that countertop there. Him and Uncle John's just spent the last hour opening that roller shutter. Yeah, it's been shut for a long time, so it's totally seized up. So that's how it's just going around. Like he's painted all the way around these walls pretty much. It's got the edges to do and stuff, but it's just kind of getting a bunch of white on the wall, and still down there to do. Well, the place is looking a lot better. Get some white on the top next. You see there where there was a fire. He had the guy who had it before had a log burner stove in there, and he was just burning wood without a chimney, I think. I don't know. Really pleased with what we've got done today. We're back tomorrow, a bit tidy up, made a bit of a mess, paper everywhere and that. And then we can get on with the next bit. The clam needs to go back on the car so that Jonathan can work out the rear bracket. So I've given Jonathan a list to do. He's got about 5 things on his list to do, and I've got about 15. But I think it's down to about 10 now, to be honest with you. So I'll have to have a count up, but it certainly looks a lot better and a lot less stressful. A lot of it's mesh, the petrol caps to fit. The petrol cap's never been fitted yet. It actually needs painted as well, but we've had it in and messed on with it a little bit, but absolutely buzzing. It's been a good day, been a productive day. Like I say, knocking things off that list is a nice feeling. So we'll be back tomorrow. I don't know how much I've recorded today, so I don't know whether this is a video or not. And yesterday, and probably not. I think we'll record some stuff tomorrow, and then Coops can have the video to edit. So, but anyway, up to now, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be 8 days left tomorrow. Can you hear that? Silence. It's 8 o'clock. It's the earliest I've been to the garage. Mainly because Jonathan doesn't start till at least 10:30, sometimes way later. So now having my own place, I can get here whenever I want. So it's 8 days to go to the show, or rather 8 available working days, and then the show on the 9th. But I've got tattoos booked in, several throughout the week, so I haven't really got 8 days. So I've come through this morning, do some polishing. This involves sanding, 2000 grit to take down the surface of the paint. The light's hitting it. I was looking back at the video and I couldn't see the texture that I was on about, so I just want to show you. The light's better here. So see there you go. That's dry spray. I'm trying to zoom in. See that there? So that's where I realised there was a problem. It was just spitting out, coming out like chewing gum. So I need to take that texture down. This is an ass. Don't know how well that's going to go yet. Obviously I don't want to go through the paint onto the primer. See how we go anyway. I'm going to tackle the bonnet first because it's the worst. So yeah, it's not 8 days to go, it's not long, so I better get on. Right, that's a solid hour of sanding. Kicked off with 1200 grit just to get the surface down. It's ready for 2000 now, so that's an hour of 1200. I've got all the dry spray sorted. There's a couple of runs in it, they're out. I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest with you. It's spinning around, you won't really be able to tell, but that's it wet there. Got all the orange peely bits, all the dry bits. You can see there what the surface is like at the minute when it's dry. There's a little pinhole there. Have a bit of paint in there and that'll sort that. So everything that was bad, bar the odd pinhole, is now good. The only place I've rubbed through is there on that corner. That was dry as hell on there. Tiny little blowing on that corner. Apart from that, this is going to look stunning. It is saved. Now, this was the worst panel. Remember the bumper's fine and the bonnet's pretty good. Sorry, the clam's pretty good, it's just got a couple of spots that I need to deal with. I'm going to rub that a little bit more on there. Just in that area there, there's a slight texture in the surface. Yeah, happy with it. Right, that's me done for today. I'm at a wedding this afternoon, so can't get a full day in, but I've got this bonnet flatted down to 1200, and then I've went round. You should be able to see these. See those there? These little blobs of paint are all where there was a tiny pinhole. I've spent the last, I don't know, quite a while. I've been round it and round it and round it and round it, just finding tiny little pieces. I've dabbed that corner in, so that'll flatten. Tidy up a couple of little tiny ones around the wheel arches. Can you see them? Don't know whether you can see them or not. Been quite a few, done the same to the clam. So I'll knock them back with 1200 next time I'm in, which will be Sunday, and then I can 2000 the full thing, and that'll be ready to polish. Like I say, I've done the same with the clam. Done it, there was a right little patch of them here. Just on there. You can definitely see those. I'm going to get that last pinhole and then I'm going to head off. So back tomorrow, God knows what it'd be, like day 6 or something. That's day 7. Yeah, it'll be day 7 tomorrow, 7 days to go. So better get on. Right, see you Sunday. And it's polished. So that's a Bowser. You sure? Still needs a little bit of work, but it's pretty close. Close enough to stick it on the car anyway and finish it off on the car. Bumpers I haven't done anything with the bumper really. Just it does need a polish though. The rear clam. It's been cleaned up in a couple of places, but loads better. Dry spray is pretty much sorted. And we have a sticker. I think it needs to be a bit higher. I've got a few cut anyway, so nice to be putting little finishing touches like that on it though. Yeah, Bowser. I've literally polished my skin away, sanding. But yeah, got a lovely finish on it now. Just a couple of little spots that need attention, but just point out this bit as well. You see what I've done there? When I blacked the inside, I've brought... Where's my hand gone? Where's the camera gone? When I've blacked the inside, I've brought that line curving up into there. I think that looks mint. Never seen anybody do this either. So we're going to carry this round now and sit it onto the car. Jonathan needs it on for making the bumper bracket, the rear support bracket for the clam, so I have to carry it round. But yeah, that's what progress I've made today. I don't know what time it is. I've been here since 9. I probably had about a couple of hours the other day, yesterday. In fact, it was more than that, about 3 hours yesterday. And then maybe 4 to 5 today, just flattened and polishing. But when you see it gleaming like it's gleaming, it's worth it. Let's see if we can find a reflection for you to... Surely we can get a nice reflection somewhere. There you go. Look at that. Smooth. So I thought I'd better record something. Don't even know what day it is. I had a full day on it yesterday. In fact, I was out the house at 7:30 in the morning and didn't get back in till 9:30 at night, flat out doing stuff. So I'll show you where we're at. Jonathan's making the rear mount, relocating the catch. So that's where the catch normally is. That's where the catch now is, because we're going to use the old bonnet engine cover catch, and we're going to put that up there just above where the brush is, so there'll be a loop on there to catch into that. And then there's 2 like offshoots coming off here for the rubber adjusters. So we did have like a frame on there, like an L-shaped bracket with a rubber adjuster on the top for supporting the clam, but that's going to be replaced by same thing but based on this bracket. So this bracket will be part of the kit, so you'll have a rear clam instead of having to make a big old bracket up here and put our clips in it. So he's on with that, and the exhaust as well. Painted the exhaust black because it looks flipping hideous and it's hanging out the back. Until I can redo the exhaust, it's gonna be like that, so I just painted it black to get it out of the way. And just for the sake of this show, we're just getting rid of that tailpipe, putting a bigger pipe on basically. So that's what Jonathan's doing there. Look at those wheels, don't they look good? So the cable for the catch is plenty long enough. Like I say, it was there, but it's plenty long enough to get it to there. So shiny. So where are we at now? I've been polishing, I've been doing a lot of polishing. So, but the bonnet catches are now in. They still need bolted into the car body, but look at this, the vents are now in. Bumpers back on. That's meshed as well. Need to get the headlight in. So it's really starting to take shape now. Still a lot to do, but lots of little jobs, and they're all getting smaller. One of the biggest jobs I've got left to do now is put the rear screen in, which I'm just saying we've got to put the rear screen in. The rear screen. Aye. I've been chipping away at the list, knocking stuff off, but then I've been putting stuff back on as well. I've got a bit of an alignment problem going on at the front, but there's two sets of holes on these brackets, because when we started this it was all wonky and the bonnet wasn't squared. It was, I think it was 14 mil longer on this side than it was on the other, which caused us to have multiple holes in the mounting. And I think when I've put this together yesterday, I've put it in the wrong flipping holes, and that's why it's sitting over that way. I don't know, something's not right anyway. We need to sort out the alignment. But considering I had a major disaster with the paint and you know, it going off in the gun and stuff, I'm really happy with where I've got it. It's silky smooth, a nice shine on it. Mind you, I did spend about 4 or 5 hours polishing it yesterday. Yes, progress. So I don't know how much I'll get recorded today. I'll try and record some of it, because I was going to say I clean forgot, but I clean didn't bother, to be fair. So yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing today. I've just got here, it's mid-afternoon. I've done a little bit of tattooing this morning and a consultation. So it's actually 2 o'clock, because I've just been to get a tyre on the Jag as well. It had a bleb, just picking up a hinge. I'm going to have a look at my to-do list and get on. Nice to see Jonathan with some safety geeks on. So this can here, I've got a pair of these and I've had them for, we reckon, about 18 years. They're off a TVR. So we weren't going to do this, we were just going to do the tailpipe, but after dismantling stuff, Jonathan's decided
good shot on that.
To do this.
Shot there, bring it down a bit.
And getting rid of this gigantic thing, which probably weighs about 30 kilos. It's bloody heavy. And I've put some carbon vinyl on the pillars. Right, there we go. Another job done. We have carbon fibre exhaust can. Tailpipe there, it's all mounted up. Mount there, mount there. The heat shields are off the cat now, so just lashed that with a bit of black. Looks neat and a lot. Aye, so as I was saying before I got interrupted by AC/DC, that's part of a fishing pole. And the next section of it, the next smaller bit, works out perfect length for the bonnet prop. And that one goes inside the other one, so I can carry them in the car, no bother at all, in behind the seats. And I've got a prop for me clam and me bonnet all in one kind of thing, so buzzing with that. That's worked out really well. And I'd kept that fishing pole. I've got like a bunch of fishing rods and stuff like that, but this one was knackered, the end was missing, and it was the sort of thing that, like, do you chuck it out? But at the end of the day, it's a carbon fibre pole, you know what I mean? So you got to keep these things, because it'll come in handy one day, and that's a classic case of something coming in really handy. Back car's plates on, obviously not for road use, so I need to fit the headlights now. I'll get a side view. Looks mad when it's all sat up. It'll look better when it's not got a load of stuff in the background breaking it all up. It's easier to see it when it's, say, if it was against a green background or something like that, or just not stuff in behind it. But yeah, looks wild, doesn't it? So yeah, still a bunch of stuff on the list, and keep on adding extra little bits, but we're getting through them. So the headlights in. They're not wired up, and they're not on the spring mounts properly. They're just in. Needs a bit of messing on with, so time is of the essence, and I just want to get it ready for this show. It just needs to be visually presentable for now. Very quick video for you. It's 9 o'clock at night. This is where we're at. Got my badges on. I made these badges last night. Jonathan cut us the carbon, and Cubes made the stickers, and I put the resin on, so it's a 3-man job making them things. The bonnet's not down, the thing's still not aligned, front end's still not aligned. Got the winder in, and we've just bonded it. I've had to screw it because there's that many flipping pressure points where it's lifting up that I've had to screw it, and what I'll do is I'll put like a bead of Tiger Seal right the way over it, like I did with the back window in the roof. So the rear lights are in. There's still the fuel cap to paint. I'm painting that tomorrow. But yeah, not recorded anything all day because I have been flat out. So that's where we're at. Jonathan wants to go home, he's tired. and he's having problems with this kick car thing over here. It's been a proper weirdo. So yeah, that's where we're at anyway. Alright, bye for now. I am absolutely paggered. It's Thursday, got all of today and half of tomorrow because I'm working tomorrow morning, and then Saturday I'm working all day, so I can get through after work, but I don't finish till 6, so Saturday's not looking good. Getting there with the car, not that it looks like it, but from behind the lights are now fitted. Jonathan made a template for them, and I'm on with meshing, so I'm just gluing them all in at the minute. There's 8 vents on this. These are the only ones that you can see from the front at the minute. Well, actually, we could go around the back and have a sneaky peek, see what the middle one looks like. Oh, the back window's in, but and I've took the cover off it, but we bonded it in. It's popping off the bond, so the screws are going to have to stay in. We're going to put countersunks in, and then it'll look a bit neater. I've blacked around here. These are in as well. Let's have a look, see if we can see them. Yep, on there, and ran a bit of red pinstripe top and bottom just to tidy the edge up. Nothing else on the car, it still needs all realigned. The exhaust slightly, we're pointing the exhaust slightly high at the right hand side, but that can stay for the show. And it's about to get really noisy in here because Jonathan's got this thing on the dyno. Had a right nightmare with that thing. It came in for, I think, mapping and an exhaust. He's made the exhaust, he's just started the mapping now, but it's been in for ages because wheel bearings were knackered, the wheels were wobbling all over the place, turned out to be the hubs, so he's had to like alter the hubs. Sounds quite fruity. And he's had a problem with the lad's been messing on with a fuel pump, I think, and the wiring's all changed since Jonathan last done it, so it's been causing problems with the ECU, which has been causing problems with all sorts of things. He's in a stinking mood because well, it's just took too long, and it's down to the wire now because it's going to the same show as what mine's going to, and he's still got stuff to do to mine as well. So there's the spinning around. There's like 2 uplifts to come off there with the rubber mounts for the rear clam. That's to do. I can't remember what else he's got to do. He's going to help us align this front. Oh, he's got to get these bolted in. I need to drill a hole in there, so when we swap these wheels over, he's going to get the hole sawed out and drill a hole in there, both sides. Oh, that's another thing he needs to do as well. He needs to put a catch, you know, the keeper for the catch on there, or the loop for the catch onto that part. That's where it catches. That's to do. Anyway, I'm going to finish gluing these in. It's took absolutely ages because I've got every couple of blobs, I've got to sit there and wait for it to cool down before I can put another couple of blobs in. So I'm hot gluing it first, and then tiger seal around it. So obviously that's permanent. The hot glue on a hot day would come off, but yeah. But I need to keep them down into place because they're all slightly shaped. So it's just, I don't know how long I've been doing this, but it's been ages from like cutting the vents out and yeah, and gluing them in. So I'm gonna get on anyway. 9 o'clock at night, and I'm looking at the to-do list. Jonathan's got to finish off the rear mount structures and the clam catch. I need to bolt the clocks into place. I need to mat the roof. I'm going to respray the black part of the roof because it's satin and I want it matte. Fit the door cards, fit the fuel cap, fit the number plate lights, bolt the side skirt on the driver's side skirt. It just needs a bolt, just one in front of the wheel there. Fit the wipers. We need to get into the container to fit the wipers, and I've lost the bloody keys, so we might have to get the grinder out tomorrow to do that. Then clean the inside and polish it. There is other stuff to do to finish it. Need to make side skirt support brackets. So along the length of the side skirt, I want a couple of brackets just to stop it flapping. It doesn't flap, but just to like stiffen it up. Make rear spoiler. So I'm taking a mould of that blade and the spoilers to go in that gap. It's not going to have that for the show. Unless I find myself with an amazing amount of time, like cancellations on Saturday would be welcome. Yeah, design and fit rear clam lifters. Got hydraulic lifters for it and they're to go on, but it's not totally straightforward where to put them for them to be able to push and the length of them, and yeah, so we need to work that out. We need to get a bit creative with that, I think. And make inner arches. It needs inner arches, so like I don't want shit splattering up everywhere underneath the bonnet and you know, into the rear clam. Obviously with it having bigger wheels and wider wheels and the spaces and everything, in the arches that were on the car don't fit, but I'm going to use them to start because they bolt to the chassis and to the framework of the car, so I'll use them to start the shape, and then I'll make a fiberglass shape to fit the arch, and then I'll take a mold of the whole thing and make full fiberglass inner arches. And then the wiring for all of the lights as well, that needs done, so that although it's like together and the backlights are in, there's no bulb units or any wiring done to it yet, so I either need to get the frameworks that go on the back of the like where that holds all the bulbs in, clips onto the back, or use like individual clip-in ones. So yeah, then that would be the car roundabout finished. Might be bits and pieces, but not a lot. It's just like little jobs. Oh, the window popped. I took the screws out. It's lucky it happened when I'd done it, really. With moving it about, with doing the mesh, the sides of the windows popped out. Obviously I bonded it in, took out the screws, and then when I have it stood up on its back end doing the mesh, it popped the sides of the windows, so I've screwed that back in. So I'm going to put countersunk screws in there, and like just black ones, so this should be pretty discreet. It's nice to have the plastic off the back screen now. It's great. I mean, it looks like a complete car. It's just about there. The clam isn't bolted on. It needs to, and I need to do the petrol cap as well. I still need to black the roof, do the roof, so the clam's not bolted on because of that. I'll take it round to the back cave to do that. So I'll take the clam off here and take that round to the other garage to do that. The front is now, and the wheels have been swapped over because they were on the wrong sides. The bonnet catches are done, the holes are drilled, the bolts are in properly, and those are now, there's rubbers to go in underneath them yet just to take up that tiny bit of play, but apart from that they're all functional. That's the view from of Jonathan, no, the vent from the front. The mesh is looking great. So all the mesh is in now, no more meshing to do. That took absolutely ages. Yeah, headlights still aren't wired up, but he has had them working, but there's, I've said to you before about there's a, do you want to explain what I tried to explain it in another video, Jonathan, and
What was that?
the issue with the lights.
Most have a common earth and trigger with a live. This has a common live and triggers with an earth.
Right, the car has.
The car has.
Yeah, so the lights
the
don't.
LEDs work the other way.
Yeah.
They have a common earth and have a live go to them to put them on.
Yeah.
So it's kind of back to front.
So yeah, the door cards are still looking a mess, and these aren't the door cards that I'm going to keep on it. Again, they're in the flipping container and the container's locked, so it's either leave them door cards on, but the other ones that I've got red leather on there, so to match the seats, so I'd rather have them in. God knows where all the screws are, but I've got a bucket full of MR2 screws. So, and then Jonathan's busy programming the dashboard. And why is it not in straight? Is it just
Just because it's not actually in.
Yeah.
It's just sat there.
Yeah. So so it's not bolted in yet because it's in and out with messing on with cables and stuff, but it's all wired up. There's still a lot to configure. Can we do that again? Oh, Jonathan, you're gonna have to do it again. How absolutely fucking cool is that?
You need a logo above it or something.
Yeah, I'll make another image now that you've worked out how to do it. You're genius, aren't you?
No.
Jonathan's a clever boy. Wipers are to go on. Again, they're in the container. When I black the roof, it's got to come all the way down to here to get rid of this shiny bit. See like the difference there? I mean, that's just the window rubber, but that bit's like shiny black. I just need to get rid of that shine. And then here, this is the matte black, and this is the shiny black. Well, the satin black. So I can't have that contrast there. That needs to match that, you know, so it like all looks one. So that's where we're at anyway. So it's Thursday night. I'm tattooing tomorrow morning till 2 o'clock, and then I'm heading straight through here. Well, actually, no, I need to go and get some stuff. Hopefully I'll be able to get it in the morning. So that gives us tomorrow afternoon into evening, and then on Saturday I've got full day. I definitely won't get finished till 6 o'clock, so I can get through here afterwards to finish off polishing. But I don't know, I reckon like I should like get it all done tomorrow. First thing I'll do is whip the back off and take it round to the garage and paint the roof. That won't take long. It's just a quick scuff of her and fire it'll only need one coat on it, you know, so I'll just dust a bit of matte black on it, and then it'll dry half an hour or so and I can bolt the clam on. So other than that, it's nothing major really. We've got to break into the container to get the, unless I find my keys. So yeah, that's where we're at. I think we're doing all right. In fact, yeah, I'm jinxing myself really, aren't I? Something's probably going to go wrong, but nah, sure not. It's doing well. So anyway, that's me for today. I'll maybe take you around to the garage and show you what's going on around the back cave as well. This is Tatty's car. I love it. It's very controversial. He's doing some repairs. It's failed its MOT and it's not too... yeah, we're putting it online. He'll have me shot. I think it's cool. He's just done it up his way and with his process, you know, like he's done some, in my opinion, pretty wild shit. I think it looks cool, and you know, like 10 out of 10 on effort. But there's some things that aren't like normal body shop procedure, you know, like he's filled in around the door handles, he's filled into the window rubbers, he's painted over the back window rubber with stone chip, painted the whole window and then just scraped off the middle. It's like it's pretty wild, but like it's created this mad effect. Obviously, if he had like proper body shop training, which he's sort of getting now, do you know what I mean? So, but he's been having a bit of a reaction on the wing. This is all like wrapped from, is it like B&Q type sort of kit for your kitchen? It's kitchen unit wrap.
Yeah. So when you pull up, you can make a brew.
It says, see, when you pull up, you can make a brew. This is all stone chip round here. Vents it's almost like something off Red Dwarf.
What?
Like it's like almost alien. Do you know what I mean? It's got like textures and stuff like that. Now these are the washer jets. What is the thing that the washer jet's supported off, Tatty? Is it something out of a circuit board or something?
It's a heat sink.
A heat sink off a circuit board. And then I'm going to come round here to show you this one, because this is one of my favourite features.
Oh, the vape.
The vape
Aerial.
for an aerial.
When you drive, it lights up with the wind.
It's even made his own stickers. It's been very much on a budget, and we've got little What do we call these? It looks like a peaked cap. You could do that like a peaked cap, Tatty. Just draw a peaked cap on that, would be cool. This is cool. What is it? Porsche acid green. I like the colour. Like, tempted to do my car in that colour, and then me and Tatty can like both look the same. It's a nice colour though, isn't it? So yeah, anyway, what's going on? It's now 9:30 at night. Tatty's still painting. He's like, Pete, the landlord, brought some magnolia around, so like we didn't want it magnolia at the top, so Tatty's fired some black paint in it and made this grey colour. Now there's a problem with the top half, it's all peeling, so he's kind of give it a blast over with the sander and, you know, scrape chips off and stuff like that, but in general so he's just slapping some paint on at the minute, just to pretty much everywhere really. It all needs tidied up. We've now went with a black dado rail instead of, what colour was it?
Green.
Oh no, but you did paint it grey, didn't you? So I quite like the colour combination. It matches in with the scorch marks on the ceiling.
I know when you tried it one.
So he's made these shelves out of the table. There's a table there, and those were the leaves off the table. So he's screwed them to the window ledge. So we've now got like floating work desks. It's not even a floating shelf; it's a floating work desk. Really good height. The workbench here, obviously, he's put that light up there. Proper handy position. We've got the lights working as well. The lights weren't working, so what was it, Tatty? Because Tatty's an electrician there, so it was that one there.
That one there had a loose wire.
Once he'd sorted that out, they all came on. Well, not all of them, because there's some being chopped off. It's sort of zigzagged down the building. So we've got illumination anyway. What else we got going on here? So like, yeah, crap on the workbench, pallet shelves. The
charger.
It's a bit wobbly, but that's that's where we've been putting the charger. It's right for the drill. It's round at Jonathan's at the minute. And then up here is rigged up a fan on the wall beside the window to.
That's the only window that opens.
Yeah, because they put the mesh over the front of the window, so we're going to have to come up with a window opening solution.
It's the only one that opens though.
The ones down at the bottom are open. Oh, along here, do those ones not open?
No, there's no handles.
All right. There's one there. That one. So yeah, that's where we're at with the garage, which I will be referring to as the back cave, and yeah, and that's where we are with time. So Thursday night, I've got half a day tomorrow, and I think we'll do it. I'm not even stressed. Can you see? I'm not even stressed. I have been stressed, but like I'm not stressed with it at the minute. I think it's all right. We're doing good. I've got the roof to black tomorrow, so that's the biggest job really, and then it's just tweaking on. So this video, I'm going to make it a full video from start to the 10 days. So I won't be saying bye until a couple of clips ahead. Making the mount. Oh no, that's not a good place to put it. That must be yours, is it? No, this was the one that I just brought out of the car. Yeah, I just put it down there, Well, no, I put it down there and then that's how I kicked it over. So yeah, still got loads to do. I'm not here tomorrow. I might get through tomorrow night. So yeah, Jonathan's making the mounts. I've been multitasking by Scotch Brighton the roof while Jonathan's. It's quite cosy under here, so I'm sanding away at the roof. Well, Scotch Brighton it because I want to mat that, but at the same time I'm just pushing the dust out the way with the Scotch Bright. So multitasking. Jonathan isn't impressed. Yeah, so a lot of cleaning up to do. Got the front end done last night, so that's pretty much done. Obviously, the lights aren't wired up, but shows in the daytime. Clean out roof, door cards, wiper blades and arms and this petrol car. Yeah, we better get on, still loads to do. Should be alright though. 10 at night. Friday night. So you never guess what? The guy who's transporting this to the show, I've just messaged him 9:30 and he says, oh, my truck's off the road. Can't take your car. So that was like half hour ago. Don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest. And I've obviously got a couple of avenues to try, but it's a bit short notice and I need them, well, it's either take it there and then come back for it, so a double run, or them spend all day at the show, which is what I was hoping they would do. That was the plan. But anyway, the interior's back together, door cards are on. It's had a clean over, but it needs a proper clean, you know, like interior cleaner and that. Door cards on. Got a little bit of overspray on there when I blacked it. Obviously the roof's black. It looks so much better that colour, doesn't it? And it matches that colour now, so it looks loads better. Rear bracket. Trying to put the pole in. Ultimately we need to get like the lifters done, but this is the, you see there, that's the where the clam sits down. The original bonnet catch is now relocated there. Those are adjustable, so you can adjust for the clam to sit down onto it. So we've done loads of things, like too much to flipping mention. The screws that I put in here, which still isn't done actually, I need to do something with that. Put countersunk screws in, chopped them all off on the inside, covered the ends with seam sealer so there's no sharp bits. Yeah, done loads of things, like literally the list is down to almost nothing for the show stuff that needs done anyway. Like I say, there's stuff to do afterwards, but yeah, we're almost there. Almost there. So I've got tomorrow night from, well, I'll finish at 6. So I'll head straight out here and get on with the polishing. We're hoping that Tatty's next door neighbour might hire us his transporter. He's got a couple, so it's a possibility, but other than that, up shit creek. That would be a right disaster, wouldn't it? That like I've done all this work to get the car to the show, busted our balls on it, and then we get let down like that. That'd be a right kick in the nuts. Fingers crossed Tatty's neighbour comes up. Something will come up surely. I'll put a few messages out tonight and help. So yeah, but anyway, so it's Friday night. I've got tomorrow night after 6, half an hour to get here. I'll probably get here about 6:45, and then after that, it needs to go on a transporter first thing in the morning, like 7 o'clock in the morning at the latest. Well, 7:30 maybe. Get it there for 8:30, 9 o'clock. I think that everything needs to be in position by 9 o'clock. So yeah, we're still cutting it fine. I wasn't stressed before, I'm stressed now, and the car's just about done. So obviously the lights still aren't wired up, so there's loose connectors kicking about. So close to being finished. Like I say, there's another list of stuff to do afterwards, like the inner arch liners, stuff like that, but it's very, very close. I think on that rear window, because the clam's been up and down and all over the place today, I haven't been able to do this because I was going to seam seal around it. So I'm just going to cut some of the carbon vinyl and lay a strip of it just over there. I think that's my plan, just to cover that gap over it. It looks worse on the other side than it does on this side. But fuel cap's on, and the fuel cap works off the catch, so the catch is fitted, so it works off the original fuel cap catch. So close, but yet so far. About 40 miles so far if we don't get this flipping transport sorted out. That's just for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow night for the final day of countdown. Right, thought better do you a quick video. It is Saturday, show is tomorrow, so it's the last day of getting the car ready. Spin you around. It is ready. It's just got a coat of polish on it at the minute. The interior is all clean, the new door cards are on. All under bonnet and under the engine bay is all cleaned, all the catches are working. Fuel caps on and the catches working on that. So we've managed it with the help of Jonathan and Tati and everybody else. There's a couple of bits and pieces that I still need to do, but bits of it I can do at the show as well. So I'll have a little bit of time before things open. Tati's knackered, burned out. He was here till Roger clock this morning doing his car. So yes, it's done. Not complete, there's still things to do to get it ready for the road, but it's ready for the show and that's the main thing right now. So I better get off and get this polish rubbed off it.
Hey, yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Oh, yeah, I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay, hey, yeah, ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra. Fuck with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom, boom.
Right, that's us back from the show. Absolutely brilliant show. It was the first time these guys have put on a show. Wheels in Lakes it was called. I've no doubt they'll be doing it next year again because it went really, really well. It was a really good show, well attended, well organised, and yeah, it was fantastic. I've had a brilliant day. I think Tati has as well, Rob has, Jonathan has. Yeah, we've all had a cracker, spoke to a load of people, a lot of interest in the car, a lot of compliments, which is nice to hear because like I think it's awesome, but it's nice to hear it from other people, you know what I mean? Didn't sell any kits or anything, but a hell of a lot of interest in it and people were all over it all day long, so that was a really nice experience. Also got to get it on the track. Jonathan drove it around the track and I got some drone footage of it driving around the track, and then later on I took it on the track when the show had finished and just parked it up on corners and stuff and got some really nice pictures and a bit more drone footage of it as well. So I've got the photographs that I wanted for, you know, promoting the kits and stuff. And yeah, everybody's had a brilliant day, so chuffed to bits. G&B Recovery Limited absolutely saved my ass. So thanks to these guys. I got let down with the transporter at the last minute, and yeah, these guys stepped up. It was a pain in the ass. We couldn't get it on the transport. It's so low. So obviously we got it on and off, but it was, you know, blocks of wood and stuff like that messing on. So, but we got it on and we got it off all right, and that's us back dropping it off at the unit now. We're gonna head home. Everybody's tired, and my 10-day countdown. We did it. Yeah, really pleased. It's been a fantastic day, and thanks to Tati and Jonathan and everybody who's helped to get it ready for the show. There's still stuff to do to it. Got to make some inner arches, I've got to make some brackets for the side skirts along there. It turns out it needs a clutch in it because we just about burnt the clutch out putting it on the transporter. So it needs a clutch, and I don't really want to put a clutch in a standard flipping engine and box because, yeah. But it also needs the handbrake doing as well, so I'm probably going to have to do that, and I'm going to drive it as it is once the clutch is sorted and that, once they get it on the road, drive it as it is until the weather dies off a little bit, and then that's when I'll do the engine conversion on it. So suggestions as to what engine I should put in it, there's lots of choices. I've said before, like twin Ducatis would be awesome, but it would be a right pain in the ass to do. There's the Audi 18T, there's the VR6, but that'll be for the winter. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing, pressing buttons and all that good stuff. I'm gonna have have a little bit of a chill time, spend some time with Megan and that, so I'm gonna come out tomorrow and just get my head back into the to-do list and just organise myself in the morning, and then I'm going to have the rest of the day off and spend it with the missus. So yeah, but thanks for watching anyway. Hope you've enjoyed all the build-up to the show and the process of putting this thing together so far. it's not going to be long before we're now starting on making the body for Jonathan's car, and hopefully some customers soon as well. So yeah, thanks for watching, subscribing, all that stuff, and we'll be seeing you soon.